Thank you for clicking. In this video, I would like to discuss Mr. Hank Voight in the TV series Chicago PD, starring Mr. Jason Vega, and what this type of boss means in society. My name is Dr. Samrai. As usual, I would like to provide you some basic information first, and in the latter half, I would like to discuss our main discussions, hoping that this will deepen your understanding of underlying mechanics of social problems and also help you attain true happiness on this planet Earth. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. Some of you must know the TV series Chicago PD. The name of the chief of the Chicago Police Department's intelligence unit is Hank Voight, starring by Mr. Jason Vega. The reason I wanted to point out Mr. Jason Vega is that this role that Mr. Vega plays in Chicago PD is the very image of who is supporting the social infrastructure of American society. This time I kind of go quick, but for those who have never seen this TV series, which I highly recommend you watch, there was an episode that this rookie female cop was seriously supporting this suspect who is on schizophrenia. From her background, she understands how this type of person feels, and depending on how the subject is treated, those with schizophrenia are never dangerous, she knows. So she offered to be responsible for this suspect. But in short, this schizophrenia suspect was pushed into the corner. He is now into paranoid mode, and although the suspect was cooperative before understanding what this rookie cop said, he gradually was becoming a person more into his own paranoid world, starting to carry guns, and ran away from this rookie cop. The team ran after him, and he was clearly carrying a gun. He entered some grocery store, and the rookie cop let all the customers out except for the two. And knowing he was carrying a gun, she also pulled out the gun, but still persuading him not to react in a violent manner. But seeing that those two customers left, or dad and little daughter, and he clearly put his hand into his pocket and he pulled out something black, she shot the suspect she had been supporting. Fortunately, his life was sustained in ICU, but all he had on him when he fell down on the floor was a black cell phone. Reaching the crime scene after everything happened, this Hank Voight, the chief of the unit, which was made of several members, told her to relieve her that don't worry about the guy's life. He is okay now, although he is in the ICU. And the gun was also found. And the rookie cop goes, where? And Hank answered, on his way somewhere to this grocery store. That means his gun was actually not found. But seeing the whole picture, it was a clear fact that he was carrying the gun, which was witnessed by so many other cops, and he was running carrying the gun. That is a fact, you know. And if he reported what happened only at the crime scene to internal affairs, this rookie cop could have been fired. But understanding the whole scene, and he was running with carrying a gun in his hand for sure. It was the same thing as he had gun in his hand at the grocery store. So, although it was a false report, it was a true report. And this chief, Hank, did that to cover his junior members on his own responsibility. And, seeing the whole picture, I believe the suspect deserved to be shot, because it could have been a gun at a high possibility. And I think what the Hank did was right judgment. But he is always supporting his members emotionally and practically. I just wanted to, by the way, if you like this kind of a serious discussions, please click that green and yellow good luck charm logo. Anyway, the reason I wanted to point out this Mr. Hank Voight, played by Mr. Jason Beggar, was that there used to be so many Hank Voights in every field of society, but because of so many social confusions like Black Lives Matters and Asian assaults and political harsh political disputes and on, this type of people seem to be decreasing in the society, and that itself is the most disadvantageous and the most dangerous things in terms of social security. I tell you one episode that when I flew to the New York Kennedy Airport, because of the traffic jam, I checked in, I think it was 15 minutes before the departure or something. And way before, it was early enough if I ran. But because of all these security procedures we have to go through, it was too late. And I couldn't get on a plane that I planned, departing from Kennedy Airport. But this young gentleman who takes care of all the itinerary for passengers. He did me a great favor and rearranged everything so that I would not miss the event schedules that I flew to New York for. And he did that at 3 airports or so, without complaining everything, without, making me feel like owing him anything. He kindly did that. And he was just doing it as part of his business without any extra charge. I am just a visitor from Japan, right? And after I took care about the business, I went back to the service counter just to say thank you to the gentleman. But that young gentleman was already helping some other passenger like me who was, having a difficult time missing the plane she was scheduled to take. So I couldn't even say thank you, but he was doing the same kind of a kind act to other people, probably after that and after that, every day, without asking for any favor back. And I was really moved and impressed that all these unknown people who are working selflessly. There are so many these people, and that's why America is functioning so well. That's exactly what I felt at the time, which was about 10 years ago or so. And this, chief of Chicago Police Department's intelligence unit, Mr. Hank Voight, played by Jason Vega, reminds me of that gentleman so much, and all the other wonderful people who helped me, who was just a visitor from one Asian country. Looking back, I could graduate and get my, doctoral degrees and everything, and I taught a little bit in the United States at the small university and the college. It was all thanks to those people who was in charge of management in the middle, not asking for any favor back. And students of my Japanese university who I send annually for 3 weeks for intensive English program. Some of them come back and always say the kindness of American people was different from those I see in Japan. And I go, why? And they say their kindness was unconditional. He was talking about this black bus driver. I think this boy said on the last day of his stay that, this is my last day, and thank you very much for driving me safe every day, or something to that black gentleman. And he gave him his important Bible that he reads every day, and he gave it to him and say, this is the Bible I use every day, and I give it to you, so please read it after you go back to Japan, not asking for anything back, things like that. So I am glad that my kids, students, could experience a touch of what I experienced so many times in the United States. And my value is all these nameless people who are working responsibly and selflessly, or the real infrastructure of American society, and what is making this society so solid. Not the top level people or people who has ambition to climb up the ladder. No, those people, they just wanted to do a good job. And there still are so many people, I believe, in America. And I hope all these confusions and the hustles and bustles that we see today, mainly those racial tensions and so on, that is not the America that I want to see. The America that brought me up as my second home country was kind and generous and supportive without asking for anything back. And that made me feel so appreciative to American society. That I just wanted to share. And I hope I kind of know Mr. Berger himself is a good person, like he is playing in Chicago PD. Because when actor becomes the role he plays perfectly, it is already part of himself. And why this Mr. Hank is so cool, like oxidized silver, is because he himself is as cool as the role he plays, which I feel. So I would like you to watch Chicago PD if you haven't, and I bet you would like it because it's as real TV program as it can ever be to the reality. That is it. Thank you very much for watching till the end, and please think about what I shared with you today. Up until next time, wherever you are, my friend, on this same planet Earth, at the same short period of time, coincidentally. Bye-bye now.